Gaya, student ID 615-302-0539, and today I'll be showing you about how new normal in Thailand is. To be honest, I'm going to be walking around around a building block of showing what's going on around the how the new normal has been applied to us and how's the situation in Thailand now. To put on a summary of the situation in Thailand, we're doing good, but until the COVID go away, we can't drop our guard. A lot of people drop our guard on the guard in this in our countries, but outside world may not. They still have thermometers. They're still scanning people. 7-Eleven even evolved itself. I'm going to show you in a minute, but I'm getting out. I'm going to show you that you can just scan with your palms. No longer people put a thermometer at your face. Now this is the mask. Probably my favorite one that I wore a lot too. I don't know when I'm gonna change it. Probably gonna be soon, but yeah, this is what I never leave without. Alright, the recording time now is, as you see, 14:52. That's 2:52 p.m. and that is our current guess in Thailand. World meters 3,569. 9-59. Recover 3,379. Closed case there. I think we got 5 more today. I hope it's not they're all quarantined. I'm now just in front of my house. The moment I'm getting out of that door is when another world begins, and when the safe zone in here is ended. And in front of the house, alright, now I'm set to buy the grocery. Let's get going. Since the COVID hit, the economy goes down. I had to eat more sufficiently, and also that means I also getting a house salary. Just as I said, 1 to 2 a week. That's not so much money, and I buy a lot just for a few days or a day, maybe in a week, just to live, to be safety as much as possible. And I know how to use the motorcycle or grab a lineman. So I guess I like manual labor better. Alright, as we moving on to the market, as you can see, I'm gonna just we're gonna talk about the transportation. I don't have to go to any bus, so I'm just gonna explain it by this my mouth here. Transportation is changing. I remember at the beginning, when it was started emergency. Yes, I can remember. Not so long ago, just probably around months ago. If you get on the bus, will the ticket keeper will arrange you in a 2-seat bus. Which if you ever is in the bus of Thailand, there's 2 seat. Or actually any bus, there's 2 seat. You actually sit 2 people there, but during that time it was just only 1, and other arrangement as well. So yeah. Oh, and also on the on this one I'm not sure, but I do know some of it. MRT. If I remember correctly, I think MRT when it was first, when the outbreak began, the MRT you have to stand aside. They will mark a foot stop on each passenger, and the seat have to be some can sit, some cannot. This is safety as a social distancing, as you know it. Actually, before we go any further, just gonna show you the cloud behind me. I'm not sure it's the first one I edited, but let's show you again that the cloud behind me, that not a good sign of weather. That's why I brought an umbrella. I'll show you what's inside my bag. You can see it's an extra pair of masks. This is actually as an emergency if I go along. Actually, I don't. Actually, it's a recommendation by the institutional health. What is it? Oh yeah, Minister of Health that you should have 2 masks of cloth during the midday and during before going home. But well, I only use one. Thing is, this one I just rarely use this. Actually, it's actually a reminder that this is a hand gel. I got this at the airport link magazine. It's being at Tupansuk. And speaking of Tupansuk, is the place where you put a as like essential and give it to someone else. Even though it's stopped for some time, nobody doing that for some time now. At least in Bangkok, as I know, when I got it from this. I got this from it. It's pretty good. Free hand gel, which if it's happening again, I hope that we will be ready and start giving out again. I hope. And this is the market, Basel market. I don't know if you can saw that. That is a sign of not to wear a mask again. And you can tell by a lot of people here that they have to wear other than wear masks. Except when they eat food, they have to take it off. But other than that, it's fine. I think there's a reason why they have to put it between them to protect the, how to say it, molecules are getting to each other. Now, as you can see, I finished taking a shower, new clothes. Now, this is as I take as precaution to the virus that we have here. You may ask that. So, what happened to the thing that I brought with? To be honest, even this phone that I'm recording with, I did not clean it. But to be honest, I never did. Even though it's a action a day that Minister of Health kind of recommend, but if there was some on the bag that I have or on this phone, I would have COVID by now, but I still haven't. But yeah, this is as a recapitulation. This is how I'm actually as a recap. As you saw in the clips, that's how we live in at least based on my point of view in Thailand. Anyway, we kind of play safe. We play safe. We did not. Some of the mini on the side still may drop their guards a bit, but most of us still keep our guards up and prepare if there's a second wave. So I think that's it for my part. This is Narunad 615302039 from Bangkok, Bangkok of Thailand.
Hi guys, my name is Yeshi and today I'm heading over to a friend's house to interview her about coronavirus and how we're living with it in Bhutan and how our government is dealing with this whole situation. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I'll see you guys in a bit. Hello.
Hello.
Hi there. Thank you for inviting us to your home. And before we start the interview, can you please tell us a little bit about you?
Hi, my name is Narunad. I'm 25 years old and I'm a student in Thailand. I left Thailand because of the pandemic and I'm back in Bhutan and I'm currently unemployed.
How many people are infected in Bhutan currently?
There are 53 active cases, all in quarantine, and in total there have been 283 people affected by the virus.
How is Bhutan dealing with this situation differently from the rest of the countries?
Well, in Bhutan, they've implemented a quarantine rule, so anyone who enters the country has to be quarantined for 21 days, and by the end of the quarantine, they will be tested free of cost. All quarantine charges as well as the testing is free, including meals, and our country has locked its borders, so there are no non-Bhutanese people entering the country at the moment. And all Bhutanese people are welcome to return to the country, and the government is implementing rescue flights to countries all over the world to get Bhutanese people back into their home country.
Can you explain the concept of Desung?
So Desung is a program started by His Majesty the 5th King of Bhutan. It is a militia program, volunteer basis. So it's been created to encourage amity, ethics, integrity, and volunteerism in Bhutanese people. And everything you do in the Desung program is on a strictly voluntary basis. And the country has had 19,000 Desups so far, and they're all people volunteering to protect the rest of the country, taking part in disasters, in crowd control, helping with the police, and during lockdown they even packaged vegetables and delivered it all across the country for people so that they don't have to leave their homes and come into contact with other people unnecessarily.
A few weeks ago, there was a lockdown in Bhutan. Can you please give us some details about it?
Since our border has been closed, we haven't had any community spread in our country, but recently in the southern part of Bhutan there has been community transmission. So the government implemented a lockdown for 21 days in which it was mandatory for everyone to stay home. No one was allowed out for any reason whatsoever, and those who broke the lockdown rules had to take part in community work, and some of them were even taken to jail because our government is very intent on not letting community transmission fully take over. So we weren't allowed outside. Vegetables and essential goods were delivered to us, including tobacco products, because many people are addicted and they break the lockdown rules to satisfy their addiction. So even tobacco products were provided, vegetables, any essential goods, and also people who were sick and unwell, they could order their medicines and their medicines were delivered to them. And as lockdown eased up, we had a strict timing for people everyone was given a card, either morning, afternoon or evening, 3 hours each, and they were allowed to go to stores, but everyone had to maintain social distance and they had to sanitize their hands. Masks were mandatory, they still are, and people were allowed to walk around only during a specific timing according to their card.
How has the pandemic affected you personally?
Well, I was a student in Thailand and I was working, and I lost my job and any other prospects of employment. I had to leave Thailand, I had to leave my education and come back to my country. I had to be in quarantine for 3 weeks, and I've been here unemployed because it's very difficult to get a job at the moment. I can't return to Thailand because of the quarantine rules, and it's very expensive and strict in Thailand at the moment, which I understand because they're also trying to contain the virus. So it's been very difficult to get employment, to go back and finish my education. And I know a lot of people that have lost their jobs and their homes because of the virus.
Before we end the interview, I have one final question for you. In your perspective, what is the new normal?
The new normal is social distancing for sure, no public gatherings, a mask at all times, always keep your hands clean. And I've realized how much we touch our mouth and nose and our face, so I've definitely tried to control that, and just trying to find a way to greet people without shaking hands or hugging. So I think that's the new normal.
So the interview has come to an end. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure doing this interview with you, and I wish you all the best and stay safe.
Thank you. Pleasure is all mine.